Welcome to the 3Gen podcast. We are 3 generations of
life,
love,
and legacy.
And we're hoping to foster meaningful conversations that bridge generational gaps, sharing diverse perspectives and experiences to promote understanding, empathy, and connections across different age groups.
We are 3 generations of life,
love,
and legacy. Welcome back to another episode of the 3Gen podcast. How we feeling today, ladies?
We are good. I'm good. How are you, Ms. L?
Tantalizing.
Tantalizing. Okay.
Tantalizing. Take it to the book. I'm about to look that one up.
Yeah, tantalizing.
Awesome.
I'm tantalizing too.
All right now. That's
if
what
that
we
means
need.
good.
All right.
As am I.
Okay.
As am I. Awesome.
Good. Okay. I'm glad to hear we're all in the same wave.
Yes,
it's always a vibe when we come in on the same energy.
It's always a vibe. And we so appreciate you all for tuning in. Thank you for coming back week after week.
We've been getting some amazing feedback when it comes
you all
to
are showing up and showing out.
Yes.
And I love it.
Yes. It has been awesome just to hear you all with your responses, your comments, the subscribing, all of our family, friends, and some people we don't even know, getting back to us and telling us about the podcast, how they're enjoying it. I don't know. It's so surreal, really, because I know we enjoy each other's company and conversations, but to know that it's reaching everyone and everybody is feeling the same.
Yeah, the support is overwhelming. And it's funny because every time I talk to someone about it, they say they identify something from all of us that reminds them of either themselves, their parents, their kids,
Yeah.
So it's really funny to know that we're all so different, but still so much alike.
Very true. Very true.
Like Miss L says, nothing new under the sun. So
I guess it is
some similarities in everybody's family dynamics and everybody's love languages and everybody's culture. So there's a lot of similarities.
It is. Exactly. It seems like we all grow up so different, but
so much the same.
So much alike. Yeah.
Love it. Love it.
It's been an awesome journey so far. So just continue to comment, subscribe, and we really read the comments. Miss L being there daily. Oh my goodness.
I love it.
Every single one. It doesn't matter. We reading them, and it's just funny to hear what you all's feedback, and then just to engage with you all. We're loving it. So thank you all for the support. We really appreciate it. And it's really driving us.
It is. Yes. It makes it exciting to come back each week. We're enjoying it.
For sure.
We're enjoying it.
So I'm glad everyone is doing well today. Yes. The energy is good. I don't know. I think it's just been such a pretty day, too.
Oh, beautiful. The entire week.
I've been inside all day, so I don't know how pretty it's been.
It's been a beautiful week. Beautiful 2 weeks.
I got you. Well, let's get into a little hot topic.
Okay. What you got?
I guess you can call this a little pop culture. I don't know. I wanted to get you all's thought on it. So you all know Rihanna, the singer. I think it's Rihanna, the singer. You know her, right, Granny? Yeah. Okay. I just want to make sure. I don't want to talk about somebody you don't know. Well, she is in an entanglement, I guess you can say, with A$AP Rocky. And that's her baby's father. They have 2 children together. And right now he's on trial for a gun charge or something. Yeah. And she's been in the courtroom and supporting him and pretty much giving the ride or die vibes. And a lot of people are comparing it to when Whitney was supporting Bobby. And I don't know, I just wanted to know, are you guys ride or dies? If your man was going through the trial or going through the motions, would you all support, stick by his side and show up and show face? Especially if you're a billionaire.
I mean, love has no value. Love has no, if she loved him and they've had 2 children together. But when you first said entanglement, I was like, what's going on with Rihanna? I thought it was a him, he, and she, some other shit going on.
It's not really an entanglement. Yeah. They're together. They're a couple.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think that they're a couple.
They are.
Things happen. And I think that she should stand by him if their bond is that strong and she knows what goes on in her household behind closed doors. Neither one of them are hard up for any change, so it's not about the money to me. So I think that it's honorable of her to stand by his side. As Rihanna, I can associate with Rihanna a little bit because she got a little, she a bad girl and she
I
like a
love
bad
her.
guy.
I love
and
her. I love her song. I love her music.
But she handles her
Yeah.
business. She's got
Yeah.
good
We
business
know you
sense
love a
and-
Very
little
good
thug
business
fashion,
Yeah,
sense.
I
honey.
like a little
Yeah.
to the
Yeah.
game. I like
Yeah.
a little.
I love her.
I don't know. What about
think
you, Granny? Are you a ride or die?
Well, I'm with her on this, I think she should stand by him, and he's a young guy, and he seems like he loves her. She loves him. And her support is needed, and it
They
means
have
a
2
lot. And
children.
they have 2 kids.
Well, being that they have 2 kids, he was just up for a plea deal and he denied it. It was like 180 days, I believe, in jail. Or if he goes to trial, he can get years. And you just had 2 newborns. Would you support that?
Well, I'm sure they discussed it and talked about it together, and it wasn't his solo decision. And maybe he doesn't feel he's guilty. Maybe he
Not
feels like
guilty.
he's been unrightfully
Right.
charged, or that there's a loophole in there somewhere that he has. Maybe
on
he
probation
speaking with
and
his
all that
lawyer.
kind of carried on.
He told him that I can get you off on this, and why would you want guilty? People think that, hey, you just take the plea deal and you plead guilty, but that closes a lot of doors for you. You are a
Right,
convicted
right.
felony when you
Felony.
plead guilty, and if there's a chance that he can get off and not be a convicted felony, then I'm sure they had that discussion.
I mean, yeah, I'm up for taking the risk, but I don't know, because if he get locked up, you going to leave me behind with 2
If.
kids?
Well, what about you? Are you with it?
You ride or die? That's a good. You know what, Miss L? We didn't ask her, did we? That's a good question.
Bringing the food to the picnic.
I think I'm ride or die. It just has to. It depends on the person. I will do anything for anyone if I truly believe that they would do it for me. And I think that a lot of times, if the roles were reversed, a lot of men wouldn't show up for that type of stuff. So, but if I truly believe that my man would be by my side, I would be by his. So yeah.
Okay.
So I guess that makes us all 3 ride or dies.
Yeah, it makes sense. I get it.
I'm with it.
And I can totally relate to that. You know who you're dealing with.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
you can love him, but you can know that this joker
He wouldn't do that.
ain't
Yeah.
gonna do this for me. But you
So.
know, I love him, but I know if this
Don't
goes
be
left,
no
he
fool
going
now.
left.
Yeah, don't be
so
no fool now, ladies.
That's true. You gotta know who you're dealing with.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So that makes a huge difference.
For me, it do.
Yeah.
For me, it does, for
yeah,
sure.
okay.
Yeah, it makes
Okay.
a huge difference. Makes a
Okay.
huge difference. I can go with you on that one.
Yeah, of
Yeah.
I can go
course.
with you on
Of
that one.
course.
So let's get into this week's discussion.
Mm-hmm.
And I know both of you, we've talked about this before, and you're a huge component of service, Raven, especially customer service.
Oh, yeah.
And you're a big component, Mom, of having goods. When you advertise that you have something that you need to have it, because ain't no such thing. You sell chicken and you out of wings.
Ooh, she
And
hate that.
So those are some of your pet peeves. But let's talk about this tipping culture.
It's off the chain.
Even with carry out, with fast food, with services, everybody wants a tip. And a
Yeah.
lot of restaurants are automatically including gratuity, even if it's a table of 1. What are your thoughts about how out of control, or is it expected, or is it deserving of the service because they don't make a lot of money? What are your thoughts just about all this tipping?
Well, now, do you know where tipping comes from?
No,
How
tell
it
me.
got started? Comes from slavery.
Hmm.
When the slaves were freed and they were working on the railroad and all this stuff, they decided to give them jobs in the caboose and in the food industry, and they were told that they can serve food and be waiters and whatnot, and the money that they get from the tips would be their salary, and that's originally where it comes from.
So they didn't get paid a wage. They made their
Not
living
so
off of
much.
tips.
They made their money.
never knew that,
off
Granny.
Of
Neither
tipping.
did I.
Yes, but and it has evolved so much.
Mhm.
Now they're putting those little kiosks in front of you. Do you want to tip? Most of the time they make you tip before you even get your service.
And that's what I don't like. Like, at least let me try the product or let me experience the service. As soon as you ring me up it's like they turn a little kiosk and then they looking you dead in your face.
Right.
Like, what you gonna choose? I'm
Right.
right here. And then if I choose no tip, you still gotta make my drink. You still gotta make my food. You done seen me not tip you. I just think it's a little backwards. I think that the service should come first and then let me tip on the back end. Because a lot of times you be done gave a tip and then you get horrible service.
Yes.
So you think the tip should be dependent upon the service, or should it should it be dependent upon the service?
I think so.
Well, now let's back up even more. Are we paying the companies for hiring you? I mean, they haven't had a raise. I mean, the minimum wage for waiters and waitresses are like $2.50, and that's been like over for 25 years or more.
Yeah.
If you make X amount of money in tips, then some of the employees will deduct some of that away from you. And if you don't get a certain amount, someone will give you more. So it's like there's no standard. And I don't particularly like the thing where they put the money in the jar, we split it at the end of the night. Nah,
I ain't with that.
I don't
either.
like that.
Yeah.
I like a good waiter. I like a good waitress. I like good customer service, but I don't think I need to pay on every end.
Well, I will say, and this is no shade, Granny, but your generation is not a good tipping generation. Older people give the worst tips. It don't matter if the service is good. It don't matter if the service is bad.
And they walk you to death.
I was just about to say that, and they will
love
run you
service.
to death.
Yes,
yes.
Bring me this, baby, bring me this,
And then give you $1 on the table. Ooh, that made me
a lot
so.
of money.
No, it don't matter. Like,
and love service, baby. This ain't
Yeah.
cold enough, baby.
I need some more.
ice.
Oh, I was just about to say that. Oh my goodness, they will run you to death. I don't know. Have you all ever been a server?
I have been a waitress
Yes.
when I was in college.
I was a waitress as well, and I'm just here to tell you.
I was a coffee girl actually at
What's a coffee girl?
just Poe Coffee.
You want to get tipped for that?
Yeah. Yes.
And you okay? Hey,
So then let's talk about this though. Not all tips are fast food or service or restaurant.
no.
What do you feel about the way that prices have escalated, but every industry wants to be tipped?
Yeah.
Your nail salon want a tip.
Mhm.
Your
hairstyle.
stylists
I was
want
just
a
about to
tip.
say that.
When you go purchase your hair or your hair products, they want a tip. But every industry, you get your car washed, they want a tip.
Yeah.
Every industry, and I guess that's all service.
Mm-hmm.
Because most time when people think about tipping, they just think restaurants and food.
No,
But
it's any
all
service industry.
Your lashes, your teeth, everything wants a tip.
Yeah.
What do you all feel about that? And do you feel that after you've paid X amount of dollars for a service that a tip shouldn't be warranted? Or
I think we just have to be realistic when it comes to tipping. And I think that if I've already paid for the service, and then on top of the service is a service charge, and on top of the service charge is a service fee, that's like additional $50 added onto what I just paid for. And now you want me to pay you a tip? I think it's unrealistic for you to expect someone to spend an additional $100 on top of a service that you've already provided when the service not cheap. I think we have to really look at the economy that we're in. When things were a bit cheaper, then yeah, maybe I can throw in an extra tip here and there. But now it's just not realistic after I've been charged 4 things on top of the price of the service.
Well, now I'm not sure, but I know a particular Pizza Hut, they charge a delivery fee, but that delivery fee does not go to the person that delivered the item.
no.
Or not that they get anything from that. So if you don't give the driver a tip and they don't make that much money, I mean, it's like they're robbing you on every end.
Mhm.
Somebody's making money because the prices are constantly going up.
Yeah.
And they said it, 25% or what. That part I don't like. I think I should give you whatever I want to give you
Mm-hmm.
and be happy about that. I was at the airport and I gave the guy $5. And he said, what am I do with this? I snatched my $5 back. Shit, I'm put mine back in my pocket.
That's what I'm gonna do with it.
That's what I'm gonna do with it. And he got very upset. But I mean, the nerve. I mean,
Yeah,
That-
I
I
don't like when
think
people have an attitude
don't like
about
that.
tipping.
And I
I don't
think that's
like-
what
you
it's
don't know
come
me.
to, entitlement. But you're getting mad at the wrong people. Don't get mad at the consumers because you're not being paid enough. You need to get mad at the Department of Labor because they are not raising the prices of wages.
So I think tips and service go hand in hand for me. I think that I'm a pretty good tipper, but my tips are built on relationships and really just true service. I don't like to be mandated to tip per se. I was at a restaurant in Atlanta a few weeks ago and I had a bill of one person for brunch, and it was like a $70 bill already for that one person, and they had an 18% gratuity on the tip.
And I think Atlanta is the cause of all of this. We'll get to that.
My goodness, it was like crazy.
Yeah.
So, and I was like, well, it was just me, you know what I'm saying? It was just me. I didn't have any alcohol because, you know, I did an alcohol fast in January, so I didn't have any alcohol. So for that one brunch for just me, it was $70 plus 18% gratuity. But I like my stylist. I like my stylist to be considerate of my time. I like to be able to call them and they work me in, or, you know, so I know that even if I've inconvenienced them and was running late or got caught up with this and that, I try to compensate for their time with a tip. Or if I'm especially happy with my services or we've built that relationship and that rapport.
Yeah.
And that work ethic, I think that they deserve a tip. As a tipping customer, I think that favor comes with tips.
You know, I think that they are deserving of a tip. I'm never
Yes.
going to say anyone isn't deserving of a tip. But again, you have to be realistic. If I've been going to a stylist and I paid for a style, let's say if I get a silk press and I've been paying $50, okay, and then you raise the price to $75, but the service hasn't changed. Okay, cool. There go your tips. I mean, I can't.
But products go up.
I get that. And then you raise it from $75 to $100. A silk press now is almost $200 when it used to be $50. No, some places it is. And now sometimes you got to come with your hair wash. But yet I have to tip. I'm not understanding that.
No. See, I wouldn't go to those kind of stylists. So that would not be me. So
But
those
if
not the
you're
ones I'm
locked
talking
in-
about tipping.
But if you're locked in, because I've had a stylist that I've went to, and now they've raised the price like 4 times on the same service. And yeah, I love you, girl, but I mean, how much? And then you want me to tip you on top of that? That's just unrealistic. That's my thing.
Yeah,
Is
I
be
can get
realistic
that.
with your client base. And a lot of times now, tips are not for product usage. It's for your lifestyle. You expect for me to fund your lifestyle, and I'm not really okay with that.
Yeah, I can agree with that. I can agree with that. It's definitely out of control.
it's out of control.
It's out of control. And I think that not all industries should be reliant on tips, or there should be and there's a lot of entrepreneurs out here that want tips. And even some of your rideshare drivers, they tell you not to tip them in cash and do it on the app, but a lot of them still kind of have their hands out, that they expecting you to, you know, leave them a tip and do that stuff. And then some people are really, really nasty towards you
They
if you
get
don't tip them.
upset.
That's
Like
why I
fighting
shop
mad.
at Publix. They don't
Even
take
some
tips.
of the sky guys at the airports,
Right.
They get upset.
really, really
They get really nasty.
And
you
but that's
know.
what I'm saying. They're getting upset with the wrong people. Like, we are consumers as well. We getting cheated.
I'm a senior
mean,
citizen. That's why I love Publix. They help you get your little water, bring it out to the car, and all this kind of. I just love it. Just
but
love
so,
it.
I think that
And their
tipping-
prices are going up, but hey, customer service, you can't beat it.
you can't beat it. And I think that when you give good customer service, it makes people want to go the extra mile to tip for you. But it should also not be warranted or demanded, or you shouldn't feel entitled to it. Just let it happen. And I think
you
that
if you-
entitlement is what's cutting
right.
a lot of people out.
Right.
So when we talk about entitlement, then let's talk about this, and this might be a little stickier, touchy subject for you all. Let's talk about these GoFundMes.
Oh my
Oh,
God.
These fundraisers,
Mhm.
popcorn galore, the GoFundMes, and people just really having the entitlement that you should help with their life crises and what they feel like are life emergencies, particularly funerals, particularly when loved ones, I guess, get into some trouble or needs, you know, to be bailed out for various reasons or whatever. What are your all thoughts about GoFundMe, and where did this all start, and how did we get here?
We're in a
think
pickle.
We are in a pickle now, but I think GoFundMe started with good intentions.
I do too. I remember the very first one I had ever seen.
Yeah,
you remember?
me too.
Yeah,
me too. And I think that it started with good intentions, and I think that it's an amazing platform if used well. But I think now people have just sucked the life out of it. Now you don't know what's real, what's not. You don't know who set it up, where the money going. You don't know if
trust, who not
yeah.
to trust.
And I've seen some like, oh, help me take a summer vacation. Help me
help me send nobody to this camp.
Yeah, like come on now, y'all. At the end of the day, you still gotta fund your lifestyle on your own. You can't expect people to just fund for you. And I think that's where it's taking a turn. And that's why a lot of people don't want to donate anymore. And you're really taking away from people who actually need it.
And I think it's been given a bad rap because it's been on large platforms that people have deceived people with these movements and these Black Lives Matters and different things and create these. People will have a GoFundMe for your child funeral and never give the money to the funeral, to the family, or to the services. That has happened so many times.
Right.
So they go on all these different platforms, and now no one wants to support. You write your sad story and you do this and do that, but no one, you don't know what to trust or what not to trust.
There are a lot of sad stories, and there are a lot of people in need. Particular person,
a lot
of people
the
get
real
burned
stories,
out.
but at the same time, what happened to just trying for yourself first? Like, just try it. Somebody will pass away, and by that night, they'll have a GoFundMe up, or something to happen. You just found out that you got sick, and by the end of the day,
insensitive. God knows I am not, and I don't want anybody to take this any type of way. But I always say, you live by bullshit, you die by bullshit.
This is true.
And I cannot understand you not really having insurance, or I cannot understand why you. Maybe if you young.
Sometimes they have it, but the family still set up the GoFundMe so that people can fund it, and they keep the insurance money.
I just don't really feel like one more, I'm going to bury. I can't bury your loved ones for you. Now, I might buy you a little flower. I might take you a little plate or something, or, a little dish.
It's too expensive.
But I can't help you bury nobody.
Yeah,
and since when the funerals
and them damn flowers high?
When did funerals start becoming $250,000? I'm just trying to figure it out. Why they got to go out that nice?
They won't. They will not.
I can't do it. And then, but sometimes you play on, okay, you get that this happened, that was tragic, the family got to do this, the family got to do that. I get that. I've given to 1 million of them. I get that. Okay, but then like you say, now we got to GoFundMe because I want to go on a summer vacation. Now we got to GoFundMe because I'm trying to send my child to school. Now we got to GoFundMe because I want to go overseas and go on this trip and do this and do that.
Again, bring it back to reality.
Let's
be realistic.
Let's bring back to reality.
And sometimes you got to work a little overtime. You got to just work for what you want.
Just work.
It's really modern day begging.
It is. Honestly, y'all treating these GoFundMes, y'all laughing at bums on the street talking about, hey, can you help me?
But for this trip.
Yeah, exactly. And it really, that's really what it is. It has become that. And I hate that because the platform is so good.
It really was.
Yeah.
It was a good platform to really, I think the first GoFundMe we had is, we knew this young lady, and we didn't even really know her that well. Now, it turned out to be a phenomenal person, whatever, but they needed a transplant. Yeah. That's the first time I had ever seen a GoFundMe. And it did raise a lot of money. She ended up getting a transplant.
It was genuine.
It was a genuine story.
Yeah, it was real.
That's beautiful.
Shout out to you, John Taylor.
After that,
it was over with. I haven't seen it. I've seen some genuine ones, but I've also seen some where I'm just like shaking my head.
I've seen more bad than good.
More bad than good.
And it really hurts me, and I'm just gonna say, and I think some of the ones that are genuine, but it really just hurts me to my spirit and irks my heart to see these GoFundMe for these families and funerals, and it's like, why? And I think some of them are legit. I think some of them truly don't have the resources to bury their loved ones.
Right.
But
why does that hurt you then if it's legit?
Because it hurts me that why we still in this predicament.
Right.
Why don't you have insurance? Why didn't we plan a failure? A plan is a plan to fail. Why didn't we
But that's what I'm saying. Some are not legit.
We still living like this. That's what hurts me. That why is it why? And I know, life can change for anybody. Our life can
In an
be
instance.
drastically different tomorrow. We've lived it. We've experienced it. We've started over a million times. I know I have. And I know circumstances can change.
They do.
For foolishness, it's not,
Yeah.
But my thing is, you just don't know if it's legit anymore because sometimes they will have life insurance. They already have it set up, but they don't want to use their money.
You never forget when we lived in Houston, we used to see this lady and she used to dress up and be on the corner and sell things. And then remember, by the time she got into her car that time,
it was so nice.
She had a nice luxury car. She pulled off all them old clothes, was fit and
McDonald's.
She was in a McDonald's parking lot.
Right.
That car was so nice. I was like, what? We called her. But the thing is, if you're like that lazy to do that all day,
that's not lazy. That take a lot of effort. You out there in that sun.
But you would rather not work.
You'd rather not, because some people got the scam mentality. Some people that's just adrenaline
ain't
that they can get
worth
over
it.
on you. Some people's adrenaline is just they got over on you. That does it for them. That's
but who you getting over on? Really, you gotta dress up, be stank, go in the sun.
I hate when they put the kids out there. If you gotta do it, fine, but don't put those kids out there in that hot sun with a sign.
Well, now that's why they generate into the electronic hustle. Now they just doing GoFundMes.
Yeah,
they ain't even gotta be out there.
Now they just taking it. Now they just stealing it.
Straight
out.
Now
they just you look up your shit gone.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, I don't know. The hecklers just on your thing or whatever,
And now you can even say, "Oh, I don't have cash," or "Oh, nah, they got Cash App, Zelle, PayPal. They'll take it any way they can get it." It's like, yo. It's
just scan their barcode, or they walking by you and scanning yours, and you look up,
That's so true. That's so true.
Say no if you
bump right into you. Okay, that's what I'm talking about. The entitlement is crazy. Even when with tipping, you say no. It's a whole attitude. I don't
and
get it.
You said, when you tip before the service,
the service,
these fundraisers. I think schools out of control, exploiting these kids with these fundraisers.
I'm tired of buying popcorn, y'all.
Oh my goodness!
Wow.
Popcorn.
I'll be real.
But it's not like, even back in the day, we always sold KDDs or always
the candy used to be
the wrapping or whatever. But now you can't even afford to really buy that.
And I don't remember it being this often. That was like once a year. Everybody had their fundraiser around the same time. But now this popcorn, y'all getting ridiculous.
But now they kids. Every grown folks organization selling popcorn. Every grown, it's like it does not stop.
It don't. I can't buy no more. I
don't
even like popcorn.
I just say, what's the assessment? Let me go and pay y'all this money because I can't sell nothing.
Yeah.
I can't sell nothing.
Well, okay, let's talk about that then, because while we're on the subject of tipping, asking for money, I don't know. I've just never been comfortable, even if I needed, asking someone for money. And I think that goes to how we were raised. Like, we just figured it out.
Now, if you give me something, I'll take it.
Yeah, I'll take it now. But do you think that that's a downfall on our end? Because are we?
No.
Are we missing opportunities of receiving?
No.
I mean, we don't need it, but sometimes I feel like a lot of people.
I think it's a downfall if you truly need it and you go without, or you let something lapse, or you lose an opportunity because you had too much pride to ask a trusted source.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's different. If you have a trusted source and your pride just will not bring you, and I think that's our downfall, because I think that's us. I have been in predicaments a million times, and I knew that somebody
could help me,
but I couldn't bring myself to ask. But I stopped dealing with that person, because you know me, I feel like I shouldn't have to ask. I want you to be able to see my needs and identify.
But that's entitlement a little bit.
That is a little entitlement, and they going in the wind now. But I need you to see that.
Oh my God.
Just have the anticipation, whether I need it or not. Just offer. You know, whether if I'm going on a trip, baby, you good? You all right? You need that XYZ? If I don't really, I'm like, I'm good, thank you. I'm like, oh, well, thank you. That's nice.
So you won't set up like a GoFundMe, but you just feel if the person know, they should give.
If you know my situation, you know my predicament, you know what's going on. I can never I had to bury my father. My father was uninsured at the time or whatever, but I didn't have to put up no GoFundMe to do it. And I didn't, me and his sisters, and we just came together. We just did what we had to do. We knew what the situation, the predicament was.
Right.
But no, we didn't have to advertise that. No other family members had to know what happened, how that. We got to put away nice. It's just my mom, me, we all did what we had to do.
Right. So do you think that that's a lack right now in this generation? Like I think that it's not a matter, because like I said, I think people have it. I'm not going to lie to you. I think they do. I think they just don't want to use their own. And is it a hindrance when you want to do it, you just have pride and you just like, I could just do it by myself. I don't have to ask nobody for help. Or are they really finding a different way and forging a path to like, you know what, let's crowdfund and see who can help us out instead of using our own money?
Well, that's the biggest hustle in the world, and that's really the key to success. You use other people's money to build
saying.
on, and you keep yours in your pocket. That's what the lending is all about. That's what.
So are they scamming, or are they using the logical?
It's with the intent. I think it's they trying to do a little of both. It's one thing if it's business minded, and you're saying, you know what, we're going to crowd share, we're going to raise this money for a purpose, and we're going to sow this seed, and this is what it's going to do, because you don't want you sowing the seed to have to come out your pocket or to be able to put you in a predicament trying to sow a seed. So,
but what if the seed is my travels? Like, that can help me. I can go over here and learn from this culture, bring it back over here.
That's personal. That's selfish. That's personal.
No, because I'm asking because y'all know I do travel a lot, but I fund all my trips. Like
you should.
You should.
But I've seen people put up GoFundMes and raise money.
They do.
And they travel for free. I'm like, dang, am I just being prideful?
How many times can you do that? But so people be like,
apparently a lot, because they go on a lot of trips.
But you see people that can be like, they can see certain people coming, and it's like, I know they're getting ready to bed.
Yeah. I don't want to be like that.
She's trying to sell her egg.
And I think that's my hesitation.
With dry cakes. Here she go with this. Here she go with that. You already know. You know I'm
not the dry cake.
I want to be that person.
Yeah.
And I contradict myself a little bit when I say that I want you to anticipate my needs, and because I do, and you know, you can't not so many times before I be like, this person's not for me. But I am gonna say also with the entitlement, if you don't ask too, you can't be mad.
You can't be mad, and that's my whole point. Like these people are just bold enough to ask for money,
I don't get that.
Yeah,
I don't.
But I think we don't get it because we don't do that. Like we were just raised, just figure out a way, find a way to make one. Shout out to UCAU.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not saving my money to bury you.
What?
You conk out and you got to leave here.
That is true.
You come, you got to go. And you mess up your little money and don't try to save it, and you just take the next train out, however you can do it.
If you live
I'm
by
not saving
lifestyle,
mine to bury you.
But even with your travels and your lifestyles, and I'm a person, I don't like people to ask me for money, period. Don't ask me for money.
I got a lot for you, but not money.
Or if I have, I never forget when we first joined the church, everybody was assigned a deacon, and our deacon was Deacon Green. God bless his soul, he was gone.
Bless his heart.
He's deceased now.
What church was this?
Mount Zion.
Okay.
But we were all deciding, and he was like, you can call me for anything. If you need to know anything, you need any contacts, you're new in town, this, that. He said, whatever you need, call me. But don't call me for no money. Don't ask me for no money.
I know that's right. That's how I feel.
And I'm that person too. I feel like if I see a need, I'll sow that seed. If it's
right.
if the Lord put it on my heart, and I help a lot of people, probably way more than I should help.
Mm-hmm.
But don't every time I see you,
got
Miss
your
Ursula,
hand
can I have this? Miss Ursula, can you do
out.
this? Miss Ursula, can you buy so-and-so this? Miss Ursula, so-and-so, they need something. No, and don't use your children to prey on me either.
I hate that too.
Yeah, don't do that. That's not.
And
that's
if
my
you have
pet
kids,
peeve.
don't feel entitled. Like, entitlement is my pet peeve, honestly. That's just too much. Like, feeling as though you should do something because this, because that. Listen, if it's not my responsibility, don't expect it from me. Yeah. If I want to give from my heart, I will. And I think that a lot of people, like I said, they mess up their blessings with entitlement.
They do entitlement. My mother-in-law used to tell people, and they be like, well, you should do this. Your grandchild this, your grandchild that. She said, I ain't for now one on. So
and that's a word.
And that's a word. Yeah. You ain't nobody, go to the parties involved.
Yeah.
Let's start there.
You can't start there. They don't know that.
Let's start there.
Well, I've noticed something in my little small town. I was at Walmart, and I was talking to this girl, and her grandson came up. It's my birthday. It's my birthday. it's my birthday. And he kept on going. I finally said, happy birthday. Go ahead on now. And then I later find out it's not his birthday. That's just his way he wants you to give him something while he's in the store. And I think she should have corrected that. I was
she probably set it up.
Yeah,
she set the play.
I was really annoyed with her because he kept on, it's my birthday. And I was looking like, if you don't get the heck out of my face with that. And I said, happy birthday, baby. And then he looked at me like, you don't give me nothing? No, I ain't got nothing for you. Yeah. It's my birthday too. I just don't get it. And she got, it's not his birthday. Why don't you correct it?
One thing about it, if you birthdays, yes, let's get to that. But I feel like you don't even realize it. But if you're a beggar, that rubs off on your kids.
Oh yeah, kids are products of their environment. You have to realize that
without even trying, they start doing it.
And kids see.
Yeah,
kids observe and kids see everything that you. And kids are funny. That's a little my comedy relief.
They speak the truth. Though.
Comic relief. Kids are funny, but grown people and these birthdays.
That's another thing getting out of hand.
That's too much.
Yeah.
Their birthdays are national holidays. They want to walk around with money on their chest.
I don't have
to put money on the pen. And
I don't have a problem with you doing the most if you are funding the most. But people get upset when you don't want to pay for their birthdays or pay for their experiences. I don't understand that. Like, it's your birthday. If you want to do this, then okay.
I celebrate mine all month. I get it, but it's on Ursula. If I'm doing what Ursula want to do with Ursula finances, with Ursula resources, and you're more than welcome to join me. But
start celebrating too early, 2 months ahead of time.
It's my birthday. What we gonna do for my birthday?
Coming up in 2 months.
It's my birthday. You got me something for my birthday. My birthday coming. You got me something for my birthday. Oh, you ain't get me that last year. Last year you missed my birthday. I'm gonna miss it this year too, and next year too. Just so
I don't celebrate your birthday. I'm
next year I'm out too.
Fan of that,
I don't mind celebrating, but just don't expect it to be on other people's dime. I don't get that. Especially if, again, you have to be realistic. You have to know your friend group. You have to know your surroundings. Yeah. You can't expect your friends.
And make it worth celebrating then.
Yeah, that's my whole point too. You want to do what you want to do, but you want other people to pay for it.
Yeah. And if you're going to sell stuff, another thing with this fundraising, make the shit good. Don't be selling candy apples and they ain't good. You got cookies and cakes and they ain't good. You made them 2 weeks ago.
That go back to service.
But then you
build a better service and you will get more.
Because if they good, I'm going to ask you to make me some more. Let me buy you. When you gonna make
and I'm sharing your information with other people. Yeah, that's how you generate money.
Cakes and dry cookies and stale popcorn. Come on.
And then selling it, I'm buying it. Then you say, "Hey, give me a tip." What's the tip? Where the tip at? I sold it for this.
And that's all you're going to get. You ain't going to get but one. You're selling them one at a time, how many damn I'm supposed to buy? You want me to buy the case? This shit ain't good. And I got to figure out how I'm going to get rid of it. No.
Yeah.
Re-gift it.
Yeah. People re-gift some stuff.
Re-gift it.
They will re-gift some stuff.
Birthdays get to be too big.
Birthdays. People love their birthday. You hear?
I mean, they should. It's their day.
Well, celebrate it then. Do what you need to do and get ready for it.
It's your holiday. National holiday. It ain't everybody
come time to yours, girl, I was busy. Girl, I had to go out of town. I get you next week. I don't do my next week. My birthday.
You talking about somebody in their birthday, Miss L. If you don't get it on that day she was born,
if you forget, that's fine.
But you don't even.
Don't come with that late business,
She don't want the day before, the day
after. Her birthday can fall on a weekday. And if you say, let's do something that weekend.
Well, we can do something just to be doing it. I'll never
forget.
Yeah,
it ain't my birthday, though.
I think the birthday was like on a Monday or Tuesday. We bought gifts and everything that Sunday was celebrating.
She
took them.
Well, you brought them to it.
I thought y'all was just being nice.
We on my birthday. Yeah, we're going to another year.
Lord Jesus.
She said, the day my birthday. I thought y'all was just being nice, just bearing gifts, huh?
Yeah, and you don't have to get me anything. I'm not that person. I understand. But that coming late. You ain't thought about me.
Yeah.
Just call the day off. Happy birthday. I appreciate that. But next week and all that. Wasn't your birthday? Please.
Well,
And
there
it's
you
fine.
have it.
It's fine.
Don't forget December 8th. I'll tell you that.
The day of.
Don't forget
right.
it.
That before? Definitely not after. Now, you
Mm-mm.
might be getting some grace before.
Before.
Before,
A
but
little
the after
grace.
business, child, please. Who you come to see now? Mm-mm.
Oh, Lord. But yes, more of the story.
More of the story, hunty.
Tipping, GoFunding, birthdays.
Fundraisers.
Pop.
Cake sales. Popcorns. Belated gifts.
Get it right.
You gotta get it
Not in
right.
2025.
Yeah. It's running its course.
It has run
It's running its course. But if the service is good, if you
good
locked
service
in,
deserves good tips.
I agree with
I'm
that.
a great tipper. Good
and
service
just chill out
deserves
with the
good tips.
audacity and entitlement. I'm telling you, it'll take you a long way.
It will. It will. Good service, but repeated service, residual service is the best business of all anyway.
I don't think people care for that no more though.
It
Yeah.
can't be a one-hit wonder. Don't hit me in my
Right.
head the first time and
Yeah.
think that I'm coming back for mediocre service, for stuff that I can get anywhere
Yeah.
for a cheaper price. But if you do right by me the first time, first of all, customer service is not just in the actual product. Your customer service got to be good.
Yeah.
Your attitude got to be good. Your disposition has to be good.
Mhm.
Even if it's a startup, smaller business, this, that, and the other, just your enthusiasm of wanting to push your products or sell your
It's
products,
dead.
all of it matters to me.
Nobody
Customer
thinks it's
service
full
is big
circle
on my
anymore.
list. I love
Yeah,
my
nobody-
hairstylist. I love them. But I walked out of a store 2 days ago. And why?
Yeah.
The store is being ran by other people, but it's predominantly black customers. All the customers in there were black,
Mhm.
and they had the casino chairs in the back. They were all filled by blacks. This lady walks in. I was in before she was. I saw her outside on her phone. She went to get gas, and there was one cash register. I'm next in line. There are 3 other people behind me. Like I said, all black. This lady comes in on her phone, goes down to the other end of the counter, and the woman goes down there and wait on her. And I said, well, you just gonna walk in and bypass all of us? And I said something I shouldn't have said.
Well, don't repeat it.
Well, I'm sure it was appropriate.
No, it wasn't. And because I just felt that just being everybody just disrespect us. I hate that.
Foul on the play.
So I walked out. She looked at me like I was crazy. She ain't got off the phone. You just gave her money and she wanted gas. I didn't like that. It irritated me. And I didn't even want to go in the store, but I went in for my brother who couldn't go in the store. But that just irritated me to death. It's like we don't exist.
Now, I will say, I don't do a lot of these little curbside stores and convenience stores and everything because I think they target disadvantaged people, period.
Yeah.
Not just black people. I think children, kids, they sell single cigarettes, they sell vape pens, they sell all type of things to destroy the communities that they're in. I don't think that they're necessary on the up and up. The prices are inflated.
But is it to destroy the community, or is that what you all are coming in for? They're just providing the product that you all seem to
What
like.
about the
No.
customer service? She don't know
No,
what I
I
want.
think
I'm next in line. So
there's-
what about customer service,
Kids
period?
have to know that that's where they can go
And
and
I don't know
buy
when the last time I've
things
been
that
in
they
that store.
don't have to show ID for to buy. Kids have to know that that's where they can come and buy alcohol when they're underage and know that they're not going to be ID'd, or know where they can get these little vape pens that they don't know what's in it. They know where they can get these cigarettes that's destroying their lungs and creating habits and things that are going to cause bigger habits and bigger cravings and everything. They know where to go and get them. And I feel like they're illegal and they shouldn't be selling to underage kids. So I don't
Patronize them.
patronize their businesses.
And so I won't be going back in that store anymore. For anything,
please
never.
Please don't.
I felt, after I said it,
Please
maybe
don't.
I shouldn't have said it, but that's how
You
I
had
felt
some
it the most.
remorse.
Huh?
You had some remorse after you said it.
Not really.
Well, all
Because
right.
when I said it, she on.
Well, treat your customers right.
We
You
told
think
y'all
I was
that some of these conversations gonna go all the way left,
And they do.
No, you weren't wrong. Yeah,
You
get
weren't
it.
wrong.
I get it.
I agree.
I ain't really big
No,
on
you were
customer
wrong. You were
service.
wrong on the
you know.
wording, but customer service, no. But you can't fight hate with hate, Granny.
That wasn't hate. Was that hate?
Yeah.
I think we got. And I looked at other people in line. They should have walked out also.
Yeah.
They should have walked
But
out
you
also.
can't force a protest. I mean,
You can't, and
if they
everything
wanna
that offend
patronize-
you don't offend other people. And you like
Yeah.
you're not a gambler, or you don't go there for the cigarettes or for the beer or for the this, and maybe that's that report. You know, some of them in line because they got a tab. You know, they getting it to them till they can pay. Or, you know, all kind of foolishness. You know, all kind of things going down. Look, casino.
if you
corner
don't
stores
like
and
it,
this, that,
don't
the
go
other.
back.
Yeah, don't
and that's
pay
what
for
you
it.
and that's what you have to
not.
do.
I make the choice.
But
to
that's what you
spend
have
my
to do.
dollars where I
I
wanna
won't
spend
go
them.
back.
Yeah.
You know, he
Yeah.
asked me to go in there phone. I just went, but I won't go back. I can't stand it. You know. And,
We
Well,
asked.
If you enjoyed this episode, please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Comment down below. What do you all feel about tipping culture? What do you all feel about the fundraising and GoFundMe? Disrespect when it comes to service. And just let us know. Thank you all for tuning in, and we look forward to seeing you all next Tuesday.
Make sure you subscribe, hit the like button, please share. Give us your feedback. We're dying to hear it.
ta-ta.
Peace.